life insurance. It's a right old palaver, mate.
You should try Dead Happy.
Dead happy?
Yeah, Dead Happy. There's no paperwork, there's no medicals, and because it's only online, there are no irritating sales calls.
What if I wanted a payout of up to 350 grand?
Well, get a quote. It's cheap, cheap, cheap. They'll insure you between the ages of 18 and 60.
Magnificent 100 in the... Oh, adventurous, and pays off. Very first delivery that he plays, scoops it over fine leg for a boundary.
And that boundary brings up the 50 for Australia. He says, expect the unexpected. I'm in good nick.
Just get your eye in, son. There he goes. Nah, no time for that. No 11 runs per over are required there. Can't really be a hollow point in this run chase. It's got to keep progressing, accelerating even. Loves the innovation, Inglis. That's for sure.
Well, was also a piece-off delivery. And nicely played, gets on top of the bounce. Yeah, looks like a complete batter, Josh Inglis.
Well, just as I called it, I liked him coming at the ball, Aaron Hardy, and he did so again. On this occasion, just managed to hold his line outside off stump steep, cutting his fingers across it, going away from the right-hander. That's a good piece of bowling, a good reactive piece of bowling.
Yeah, Arshdeep too has been really good right through the series. Oh, got a deep point and deep square leg. That's the line, that's the length you want to bowl. Travis said you can't give him even an inch of room outside off stump.
I'd like to see the fine leg go back for Travis Head. You have your two catching positions and try and get under his right chest. Try and get that pull shot that he plays, and he's not overly comfortable there. As we heard Simon Kadich talking about before, he loves the width outside off stump. He gives himself the room.
Oh, that was a gift. Full toss on the pads, dispatches it to the boundary. 56 for 1 after 5.
Well, it's been the narration of the evening, hasn't it, from a bowling point of view from both of these teams. There's been some good stuff and then there's been some average stuff. And that was in the latter category. No problems dispatching that.
Travis Head, but he loves batting against India. Broken quite a few Indian hearts over the last 6 months. Whether it's test match cricket or 50 overs. Avish Khan. Oh, plays it very fine. Very, very good shot, that one from Josh Inglis.
Very good awareness of the field set for him. The moment he saw the shot third in place, he knew he had to give it direction and he would pick up runs. Played late and opened the face of the bat at the right time. The conviction with which he plays his shots is admirable for one so inexperienced.
He's a complete batter as well. Against spin, fast bowling, play both sides of the wicket. How wide, way down leg side. Australia needing 223 to win this game. They start off really well. Travis Head again, the aggressor. Played some magnificent shot. Very unorthodox technique, but it works for him. Hardy was looking good for his 16, but that's all he got. He did very late. Good running there. Good cricket.
Yeah, both Hardy and Short have got off the decent starts as a open partnership. Just haven't been able to find a way through it, though, get into the middle phases. To me, Hardy looked like an exciting prospect, though. Big, tall boy, stays on top of the bounce, loves to get out there. Some encouraging signs. And this is what this tournament, from an Australian point of view, is all about as well. The lead up to the World Cup next year.
That's up in the air. Hasn't really timed it, but enough bat on it to get to the boundary. Again, smart batting. Third fine leg inside. And comes out the ramp.
Effective enough. He's achieved his objective. He was also aware of the fact that the fielders are inside the circle. Just ramping it up. Went high, but still went the distance too, in terms of the ball crossing the boundary.
Goes to show you that this has not got a lot of pace in the wicket. It's not really sliding on at this stage, due not.
This should be taken. Bishnoi under the ball. And he takes it. This is massive for India. It's a dangerous Travis Head, who's batting well. Another shot one. You called it Haydos again. And Travis Head's innings comes to an end.
It's a very good piece of bowling. It's being acutely aware of someone that's in form and is extremely dangerous, but how do you stop him? Surya Kumar Yadav obviously instructing Avesh Khan here to have a look under his left shoulder. Just tuck him up as he did. And a good catch from Bishnoi. In good hands, an important moment in this match for India. Travis Head gone for 35. And it's 62 for 2.
Thousands of top UK brands pay us when you shop, and we share that cash with you. So, thinking of shopping online? Top cash back.
Glenn Maxwell, the next batter in. A slip in place for him. The last time around wanted to play a shot of every delivery, Glenn Maxwell. Which Glenn Maxwell do we see here tonight? That's the big question.
Avesh Khan taking the pace of the ball, and the idea was right. Bowling around the left shoulder to Travis Head. And whenever a batter tries to drag it from outside the off stump, the control is not going to be there. That's exactly what happened there.
Yeah, 67 for 2, end of the power play. A little bit of action in the end, but the over scored. A couple of wickets lost by Australia already in the power play. 6 overs gone. Good start though as far as runs are concerned. Going at over 11 and over. It's important. Keep this momentum going for the two batters out there in the middle, Maxwell and Inglis. Bishnoi. It looks a lot more composed this innings, Maxwell. He's only played 2 deliveries, but it seems like he's wired in.
He always fancies his chances against the leggies. He's got a lot of runs against the leggies. He's got out to them as well. There'll be an interesting tussle this between him and Bishnoi.
It's a good matchup. He's got to get at least 20 to make up for his last over.
Ravi Bishnoi castles Josh English. Wanted to play off the back foot, wasn't the right length, and it's beaten by pace as well.
English not judging the length well enough on that occasion. Plays back to a fuller length delivery, and it was quicker in the air through, and it was a slider, and the recipe for really getting out as far as the batter is concerned. Disappointing end for Inglis. He's been dismissed for 10 of 6 deliveries. Australia 68 for 3.
The Europa League, it's one hell of an adventure, where the Cockney boys from the east of London venture into the depths of Eastern Europe,
to the north of Serbia,
and Fortress Ibrox prepares for battle. It's those nights under the lights you don't forget, because this isn't just football, this is everything.
Australia struggling just that little bit. 68 for 3. That brings out Marcus Stoinis. He played a very handy knock, and Thiruvananthapuram, but wasn't enough. What can he do here tonight? Straight away gets off the mark with that single.
Yeah, I think Inglis was actually thinking that this was the wrong ball, but it just slid through. Got really trapped on the crease. He does like to play, but look at the reaction. Young lady, get off your phone. It's T20 cricket, and talk about joining the bandwagon at lastminute.com. She still clearly doesn't know what's happened there.
I guess that's the reason you've got these big boards here, where you can see the replay if you've missed it. But yeah, it's T20 cricket. There you go. On her phone. And suddenly she realizes something's happened here. What is it? Yeah, now she sees herself on the big screen. They've got to be a wide.
Varying his pace is Ravi Bishnoi. Well, started off bowling in excess of 100, and then he's bringing it down a few notches into the 90s. That's when he's getting a bit of deviation.
And also the leg spin that he's been working on since last 6 odd months. Started bowling a few of those leg spinners during IPL last season. And this one is beaten by pace and also the wrong length to go on the back foot for. Good wicket for Ravi Bishnoi. 5 wickets so far in the series. Very good over from Bishnoi. 73 for 3 after 7. Yeah, if you look at the comparisons, it'll tell you a different story. Because India started off slowly, lost early wickets like Australia have. But then that innings from Ruturaj Gaikwad made sure India gets past that 200 mark again. 3rd time on the bounce. Australia still going over 10 and over. Not ready. Straight away does apologize Maxwell to the bowler. 3 wickets have fallen so far. Arshdeep with that pace off. Travis Head, pace off again. And then Bishnoi, maybe pace on as far as Bishnoi is concerned. The quicker one. Going through Inglis's defence. Pulls it nicely into the gap.
He's just so powerful, Maxwell. He's super strong. When he makes the contact, WV, it's so crisp. Could have really put this anywhere. It's not a particularly good ball, but still got to strike it.
This is exactly what Prasidh Krishna should not be doing. He's gone for a lot of runs, bowling short and providing opportunities. He's seen his fellow bowlers bowl a fuller length, take up pace and succeed, at least to the extent of restricting the scoring. It's only then he's going to pile up pressure on the batters.
It might be a bit of a wildly two-card trick as well, though. A bit of on pace, at the ribs, and now a slower off-pace one that he'll maybe try and drag out to kick.
Also, he's looked a little rusty. He was obviously drafted in that Indian squad for the World Cup. Hasn't played much cricket of late. Not much game time. Again, you correctly mentioned WV right through the series, the first 2 games as well. He's been guilty of bowling too short.
The temporary fix for him will be to bowl away from the stumps, because if he gets closer to the stump, his alignment is going to be towards fine leg, which means the line is going to suffer, as also the length. So at times you have to resort to temporary fixes.
Too straight again, but only will concede a single. What innings from that man. His maiden T20I 100. And surprisingly, first by an Indian against Australia in this format.
If only engineering degrees are given on construction of innings, you get a distinction for this innings. Fabulous innings that. He took his time first half, and then as he gained in confidence, he was really toying with the bowlers.
Speaks an engineer himself.
I wanted to be, but I didn't.
I'm